4 stream. No, let's do a level cap run. Level cap survival. Level cap Annie. We can't stop. Alright, I'm live too. I am ready for the brain rot. Yeah, never go live also. Just watching a stream. No balls, no balls. I need to go to my channel. I'm looking for my. No balls, no balls. He is going to have the most opinions. And this is exactly the thing that we're talking about with the creator program. Hey, viewer. This is exactly what we're talking about. This is why Flynn banned me. Or blocked me. Can't say anything negative. You gotta be a yes man. You can't say anything negative about DE under the new Warframe content creator policy. They decide what the positive thing is, and you have to agree. Okay, Nev, just so you know, like a bunch of people are listening. I'm sure you know that. Okay. So make sure, since this is going to be the stream where we all get banned, I'm going to need you to say a racism real quick. So this is my most racist opinion. These fucking Mexicans. Yeah, we all should be. Is this the first time they removed a glyph? No. I can't. I honestly don't know if it's the first time it's been removed. It might be the first time it's been removed under these conditions. Nightmare Frames glyph. Due to, didn't AGGP get taken? Really? Even for that crash out he had? Like, how he's an elite player? Probably should have been. What about Noob Showtech? I know he got bounced for like the cheating. I did not get it, and I actually kind of regret it. Will that get him back in the program? He needs a haircut. We need to do a fade tier list for all Warframe content creators. And in order to not get banned. Dude, that's part of the issue, is that I agree with what you're saying for the US audience, but you go to China, and it specifically listen. Yeah. Yeah, Russia too. They fuck up his pronouns, because, like, diversity and inclusion is, like, literally illegal over there. Yeah. He's got a cod piece, doesn't he? Yeah, but why doesn't the like address this stuff? Like, if they ban people, like, there's that one, was it like Dexterdo or something like that for Twitch? If somebody gets banned, it's literally this person got banned, and here's the fucking clip, or like, and here's specifically the reason why, because everybody wants to know like specifically what happened. Because if it's something like,
I don't think it's really in their interest to fucking broadcast, hey, by the way, we had a problematic creator we just got rid of. Like, I feel like that's icky optics-wise. It's bad for advertisement's sake, I guess. PR. Because then you're just going to have a bunch of angry Nightmare Frame fans in the comments being like, why would you do that to my boy? Free my boy. Free NBA young boy. Man.
well, just for like in terms of like clarity, why wouldn't they do it in like the creator program then? Just post that information in there and be like, hey, this is specifically why this person was removed. Because if you don't say anything,
You leave
like,
it open to speculation, yeah.
yeah, like, at least the other creators should know. I mean, if they're really like in their partner program, like,
I
they
mean, I
need to
feel
know
like
why
it's
people are
common
being
sense.
removed.
I feel like it's common sense. I feel like everybody can kind of look at it and be like, yeah, that was stupid of him to do that.
Well, how
If
bad was the
Asmon was
crash
on
out?
your
And
side, you're in the wrong. Yeah, I don't know why he had Asmon as his fucking wingman, bro. That fucking
Type
greedy ass
shit,
DP
bro.
answer, bro. Just
Type
asked you to
shit. Type
wait,
shit.
like
what
fucking
happened with it?
Asmongold fucking did a React Andy shit because of course he did the fucking whole situation. And Asmon's going on his whole fucking anti-pronoun campaign.
He's so nice to me. Oh my
How
god,
did
my
Asmon even hear about that shit?
It was
Because
on his Reddit. Somebody had submitted, because you can like submit shit, I think, to his stream for him to talk about. And so as he's scrolling through his own subreddit, he came across that submission, which was the nightmare situation, which I think Nightmare Frame kind of, from what I could see, kind of used it as a way to catapult, like, yes, look at my opinion. It's being validated by somebody much bigger than all of us.
Yeah.
Therefore, I must be right. That's just an ugly way to look at it. Because honestly, like, Asmongold lives in squalor and filth. He lives
Yep.
like he doesn't
God
give a shit about
bless
his
him.
own life. So I mean, it's just like you're taking the advice or the opinion of somebody who lives like a cockroach. It's just like, okay, buddy.
I
God
mean,
bless him.
even further than that, Asmon's take is that like he hates pronoun warriors, which like I get it. I don't think anybody really likes pronoun warriors, but this is just a simple manner of he just used the wrong one, and then instead of being like, "Oh, my bad, gang," he doubled down and was being transphobic. Like there's just a difference between like call me a Zer Zeta thems please the fucking otherkin, like it like fucking making up words, and then there's just like, hey, I go by this pronoun. It's like there's just a difference between like making random shit up and then just like
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, and part of the only issue that I see is that like what you were talking about, where it's like, oh, this is ones and zeros. If this was a
Yeah.
person and they're like, hey, like
Yeah.
this is my name, I go by these pronouns. Cool. Guess what? I'm gonna use those pronouns. But this
You
is
know
a
what I'm gonna
video
do?
game,
If
and you're making people say shit.
Yeah, I think for me, the main takeaway is that like if you're really that against using pronouns, then you can just refer to people by their name. And if it's awkward or if it's stilted, then like fucking so be it. Because honestly, like if you don't want to call somebody a fucking Xerxes, Zazem, fucking whatever, like which is bullshit. I think that the made up fucking neo pronouns are stupid as fuck. I don't think anybody respects that shit. Even people who are like strong advocates of the LGBT communities, I think even they look at that and they're like, this is kind of fucking cringe.
Dude, some of
Somebody
them,
fill me in, I'll fill you up. I mean, anyways,
some
Nightmare
of them
Frame.
hard disagree
Nightmare
with that.
Frame,
Like they won a lecture.
decent sized Warframe creator, referred to one of the newer Warframes as a he/him, and then when he was told, "Hey, technically it's non-binary they/them pronouns for this new Warframe," instead of kind of being like, "Oh, okay, whatever," and then moving on, he doubled down in the comment section, and then a bunch of transphobia ensued, and he kind of just jumped in on it instead of just putting the kibosh on it and moving on, which is what you should have done.
Yeah, just optically, that does make the most sense. It's like, hey, there's a
You
bunch of
know,
drama here. Get
he
out
made
of
a
it.
point. He made a point of like
Yeah,
of saying I'm saying it because of this.
yeah,
And
not
it goes to what you said, like you're making more effort and just going out of your way not to be respectful than if you
yeah.
were to just say it normally, right? So that was also a problem.
You refer to people by the chromosomes to avoid this bullshit because the chromosomes don't lie. Well, the
That's not
issue with that is that
100%
you
true.
have transgender people who very much would prefer if you didn't. So it's just a matter of being respectful and just adhering to people's wishes. The comment wasn't even combative, it was just a by the way, and he crashed out. Yeah, that really is the issue, is that he just kind of crashed out, and then his comment section, and not just his comment section, his Discord server is full of fucking transphobia. My moderator, Chrissy, she jumped in just to kind of see what was going on, and there's a dude in there who's just blatantly fucking misgendering, like doing it on purpose, knowing full well that Chrissy is a transgendered girl, a trans girl, and he's just fucking like doing it on purpose just to be a dick with no repercussions or no consequences. So I mean, Nightmare Frame is fully on the board of transphobia. Speaking of, by the way, his server one of my people went in there just to kind of look at what was going on. There's NSFW attached to his server, pretty easy access. It's one React roll away from you having full access to it, and it is like not soft core or anything. It is just hardcore fucking BDSM porn and like fucking people like cutting themselves on fucking shit. It's like insanely tough, like hardcore shit. And like that's his official Discord server, and he has minors in that server, and there's no age verification process to get that role. You can just hop in there, and if you be 12 years old and you could just fucking see some chick whipping the shit out of herself for somebody else's attention in that Discord server, it's like, yikes. And you're full of transphobia? Okay, buddy. That's good for you, man. I don't know how much he's aware. I don't think he really uses the Discord server that much, but I mean, yikes.
Yeah, it's just, I think my main issue with it is that it's ones and zeros, and ultimately I think this thing should have like stayed way more private. Also,
Why
it's
does
a
he have a
video
goon
game.
corner in his server in the first place? That's what I'm saying, bro. Why the fuck would you have a goon corner in your server, especially if it's attached to your like main account? And not only that, but he knows for a fact that he has child followers. Like he caters to like a PG-13 audience. Like his content is very clearly meant to be like not adult content and not child content, like that weird little middle ground where he still says like shit and damn but won't really say fuck. We're talking about Nightmare Frame, Wilson.
I love how Wilson's first response is sheer nature. That's crazy.
Dude's such a hater, bro. Mr. Prime sure-footed. Who would have assumed he would be in defeat, bro?
Hey, at least the Corvex heat's off me now for real. Now we're not turning anymore.
I like the amount of people going out of their way to shit on Nightmare Frame. Like, lol.
Oh, Gamble, my bad, bro. I loaded into Mod, not Annie. It's gonna be a modcast. It's gonna be a modcast.
Sincere apologies for a comment he left on your Corvex video. I started to do level cap runs and I get it now. I'm really sorry. I mean,
You don't have to be sorry.
you don't
it's
have to
okay.
be sorry for disagreeing with us. Like,
No,
the
it's
thing is that, like, a lot of people have a fairly good point about the Corvex video, which is just that in low-level content, he is relevant and he is good. The issue that we postulate and the reason why we double down and triple down on, like, why Corvex is the worst is because in that level of content, everything is good and everything works. So it doesn't really make sense to be like, no, Corvex is actually really good under level 500. It's like, yeah, so is the fucking Stug, bro.
It's not about if this thing can kill. It's about how it can kill. Think about why Mesa's good. Think about why Saren's good. Think about why Citrini's good.
Yeah,
It's not because they can just kill enemies. It's how
yeah.
they kill enemies.
It's not even a matter of how either. It's like a matter of just like the general, like, if it does anything that warrants
It's useful.
note, like, yeah, if
Yeah.
it does anything special or important or impactful, like, even the Stug for all of its dog shit can interact with Zephyr tornadoes and kill level cap. Like, is it the Stug doing it or is it Zephyr? You could make the argument, but at least it has something going for it, you know. Whereas like with Corvex, it's like if you're fucking doing Corvex level cap, ugh. Mecha mod set doing all the heavy lifting for the poor dude.
Hey, don't talk shit about the mecha set. I love the mecha set.
No, it's more talking about how the mecha set is the only thing that gives him relevance, bro.
Oh,
You
fair
had
enough.
no idea you could shoot the Jade Beam. I guess it's not really telegraphed very well. That's like the thing they dropped in the release when they were talking about it on dev stream. But I guess if you don't watch dev streams, then yeah, or if you just missed it. I miss shit during dev streams all the time.
Nova, someone's asking what your opinion is on the Corvex augment.
It's right
I had my own opinions about it. I was really hoping that it was going to be like he's just going to kind of bot walk, like slow walk, and just emit radiation. I
Right.
thought that's how it was going to work, which I thought would have been a lot cooler.
If you can cast abilities again, because there's a bug with controller, we can cast abilities. If
you cast Yeah.
abilities again while it's active, it'll be good. But you can't.
Right.
So
Right. It's literally the Steinix problem.
you have two pillars active, and you enhance those two pillars. You're moving around with your beam. If you go to a different location, now what?
The pillars aren't there, yeah.
You gotta take it, ability off, put pillars down. It's like
Yeah.
all this bullshit. Oh yeah, Derag. Yeah, so Derag was trying to make it work, and he got fed up with it and just tossed him into the helmet with shards.
That's so fucking for real, dude. That's so respectable. With shards too.
Yeah, you can take them off.
How's the wisp augment? I heard the wisp augment was actually pretty fun. I didn't hear if it was like good or not. I just heard it was fun, which good for them. Those
Yeah, I
wisp
think
players
Weirdly's
need
a little
something when
bum.
frame is fucking miserable.
I still think it's like it's definitely something you can run, but more often than not, I think people just stick to what they've been doing and taking the fourth off
There you go. I'm a big
because you
fan
have access
of,
to precision intensify when you do that.
right. I've always been and will continue to be a big fan of gimmick builds. Thoughts on the Kome augment? Fucking stupid strong. It takes the only downside for Kome and fucking gets rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's an instant install if you want to take Kome into a medium duration mission. Not necessarily a short mission. I still don't think she does super great for short missions, but I mean, you can run like
Casey.
you can run a 10-minute
Oh,
mission
wow.
and
Yo,
Casey, like everybody's live right now, so just
The-
hold
the
on.
loop, the loop.
Just be aware.
Casey, drop your favorite slur right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a
Okay.
racism.
Yeah.
Guys, the Casey drama is insane right now.
Yeah.
I wanted to get myself into some hot Warframe drama, so what the hell is happening?
Alright, yeah, gamble. Let's get the iPhone thing off your chest, bro. Come on, let's do it.
Oh, where he blocked me.
Yeah.
Iflin blocked you? Fucking
Yeah.
Lamau. How did
Damn.
you of all people get blocked? Wait a minute. I gotta do this.
I'm not saying he was wrong for it. I wasn't like super rude. If you look in MoChat, the text chat attached to this voice chat,
Okay.
the screenshot,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was that. There was another thing that was very, very polite before that, but
Iflin, get over here. So you can say Gaz is unprofessional for how he went about it, but Noah can say he was wrong. DE keeps the Warframe content creator terms vague, so you can't hold them to a standard. Positive influence in the community. Every Warframe content creator is broke. You guys are arguing over nothing. The richest Warframe content creator is Maddox Lamau. Build crafters and people doing skill runs to cap don't make money. Why don't y'all argue over things that people are making real money over?
I'm not saying he's wrong for
You
blocking
could
me. I'm
argue
just
about
saying
how
he
much of a
did.
team player you should be to keep your ad.
Gamble literally walked in, said, "Get your bag up, not your silly up," and walked out. Get your bag up, not your silly up.
Fucking gamble, bro. Get your money up, not your funny up. What in
Yeah.
the fuck, dog?
I had been drinking. I was just like, I'm fucking tired of this lukewarm because like Iflin was heavily defending Maddox in a Warframe post where it was like about the you can get the Maddox glyph, and Maddox quote tweeted somebody that was not talking about him. And then he's like, Lamau, the guy privated his account. And it's like, this person is messaging, is commenting on a Warframe thread about what the hell's going on. And then Maddox puts him on blast, and Maddox has a huge Twitter following.
Right, so his people go and blast him right away.
Yeah, and he's like, Lamau, this guy's scared, or some shit like that. And I'm like, I have no idea what the hell we're talking about right now. And I was like,
Honestly,
he wasn't even talking to you. You quote tweeted him, and he's like, what? I can't defend myself. And I'm like, that guy wasn't talking about you at all. And that's where Iflin popped in the first time.
Honestly, Maddox became very cringe to me when he started getting defensive about how he wasn't boosted instead of just kind of being a real one and accepting the fact that he was very much boosted and also paid to play Warframe. It was very much a sponsored content grab to get a lot of Destiny players over, and it was smart on their part, but instead of being transparent about it, for whatever reason, he has like this giant fucking, like, he walks around like he's got the biggest dick in town because he's Mr. Warframe creator, when like he is a fucking carried nobody.
No, and any issue that I had with him, that link below the screenshot is a Devin Nash interview with Maddox, where he's described as the biggest Warframe creator. He's introduced as the biggest Warframe creator, and about how much money he makes, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just trying to make like just want like a good community, and it's like we try to stay super friendly. And I'm like, dude, you have 2 whales that have gifted you a fuck ton of subs, okay? Like, I'm not hating, but like, you can't say this for the exact same reason that you're trying to describe it like this. Like, oh, I've got 2 sugar daddies, and they take real good care of me. It's not really about community. It's like, I'm being taken care of, and I make 6 figures a year because 2 people donate a fuck ton to me. Like, okay, it's fine, but like, the fact that he's now representing Warframe is like, I don't get it. I don't get it. So it's
I
just
like
that.
to I like to use the analogy where, let's say there's like a cool sports drink, right?
Yeah.
And let's say it's Monster, right? Not sponsored, by the way, guys, but let's say it's Monster. Now, I'm me. Do you think because I drink Monster every day or whatever in this scenario that they would sponsor me? Or do you think they'd get somebody like Kylie Jenner who has a massive following and get her to like promote it because she already has that audience? There's a big difference. Like, just like devil's advocate here. There's a reason they're going after all these D2 creators because they have huge, massive audiences.
I'm not
And
mad
frankly,
about that.
most Warframe YouTubers don't. Like, if you look at the
Well-
view count, hold on. You look at the view count across Warframe creators, they're all relatively the same outside of like Flo and MH Blackie. They're all relatively the same because YouTube moved away from subscriber count a long time ago, and it's more important about view count and where you appear on the algorithm on the homepage and things like that. So for them to go after those D2 creators, they're safe picks to promote the game, right? Because they've been sponsored in many different ways as well. Plus, Tactics has experience with looter shooters already. So
Yeah.
his entry into Warframe is not going to be a complicated one. So despite, his audience helping him then here and there, it doesn't really matter to me per se, but I can understand where you're coming from, Gim. But that's just my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, and it's just I have no issue with Maddox in any way, shape, or form. Anything that I could potentially say is Maddox said in the Devin Nash thing is that he's going to be doing authority videos. Because he's like, oh yeah, like every game that I play, I tend to be like one of the experts, and he's like, I'm getting ready. It's like most people like watching people complete the quest line in Warframe, and it's like I'm getting, and even Nash plays Warframe a little bit. But he was like, eventually I want to transfer to like authority videos. And it's like, I checked out his stream, and I am not saying this to be a meme, but the guy's farming Coda weapons, and he's using Revenant with a Torrid. And I'm like, well, that's definitely a meme, right? Like the Revenant player using a Torrid, and apparently he RNG'd his first Riven to be a Torrid, and did like a couple of rolls, and within like sub 100 got a god roll. And I'm like, there's got to be some fucking RNG going on. I've never fucking heard of that. I mean, obviously there has the statistical percentage that can happen. But like, the fact is that there is nothing wrong with being a new player. There's nothing wrong. Like, why does he have to be an expert? He's like, oh, I play like this much. And it's like, dude, you played for a couple months and you got a couple 100 hours in the game. There is a good chance Maddox will never be able to surpass my level of knowledge unless he hardcore studies. They did make the game easier. But the fact is I would never compare myself to the wiki people. That's like saying like, oh, I'm the expert, and I'm talking to a bunch of wiki people. It's like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, if they start talking, you need to shut up and listen. Like, I know my rank. And there are people that can teach things to me, but there's always the chance that because if I am actively like testing in the simulacrum, I might just be the first person to that knowledge. It doesn't make me an expert if I add anything, but those contributions help increase our enjoyment of Warframe. So him coming and saying like, oh, I'm going to be an expert, it's like, dude, your chat can't help you with being an actual expert in this game. Like, none of them are good enough. Like,
well, you have to remember that, like, when it comes to Warframe, the biggest issue is the players' egos. This community has the biggest ego out of any fucking community I've ever had the displeasure of playing with, dog. Like I typically find myself to be nicer to other communities than I will ever be at a glance to Warframe players because I find Warframe players to be insanely egotistical. And it's very difficult to have a conversation with anybody when nobody has any respect for anybody. Like I know where I sit amongst like fucking Disto and Froggo and Rainy, and I
Yeah.
don't hold a candle to those motherfuckers. Those guys are insane. Like
Yeah.
those are super geniuses. Riza is also incredibly wicked smart, and he does good research and does good quality work. And it's like, how the fuck, like how is it that I sit here and I can look at the average player base and be like, lol, shitter, and I can point at them and I could be mean and egotistical too, but I'm a shitter compared to people above me. How do people not have that same perspective or that awareness? Like,
Yeah.
there's
Thank
just a
you.
place that you have on the ladder, and there are just genuine, like, casual players with, like, 400, 500 hours that think that they are the kings and queens of Warframe. Like, they are Mr. Warframe, Mr. Big Dick, Big Stepper, and you are a fucking nobody. Like, and, like, I hate to say it that way, but, like, I'm a fucking nobody too, dude. Like, I just know a couple things and I know how to make formulas, but me knowing how to turn something into a math equation doesn't make me a fucking knower. It makes me a fucking nerd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there
And
are
that,
so many players that just have giga egos, and it's so easy to fall into it as a Warframe player, especially on the Twitch community. Like, Twitch streamers in Warframe, like, they all think that they are some hot shit, and it's like, who the fuck are you, bro? You're a nobody, but you all act so big, dog.
and it's just like, and I'm trying to play like devil or what? Not devil's
No,
advocate or straw man, steel man Maddox's position on this.
sure.
But let's say he genuinely doesn't know what people are doing to help him. Like, say, because it's Warframe players, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Maddox is like, oh, I don't want gifting, I don't want accessories, but then Maddox goes in and he's like, oh, I need to farm this rare resource. When he was newer, because I checked him out when he was still like MR8, MR9,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he had the ability at the time to register. It's like, oh, he's playing with people from his chat. By the
Mm-hmm.
way, they're all LR3, LR4.
Right, giga stacked players.
And I'm looking at the team comp, and it's Cora double Necros. And he's like,
Yeah.
wow, this farm is so easy. And I'm like, dude, I don't think you understand that they're fucking with you if you think you're genuinely getting the new player experience. I think they figured out a blind spot, and they're doing it that way. You know what I mean?
Why
They
does
just figured
it why does it matter what people use and play though? Like objectively Warframe isn't hard. Well, that's the thing though, because this game is so easy and because this game is so fucking like so low skill, there's a really solid argument to be made that misinformation doesn't do anything. But when you have a community that's full of misinformation and you have a community of people that play at low skill, we get the issue that we currently have in Warframe, which is they keep adding power creep and they keep making things more broken to cater to those low skill players. Warframe is probably one of the only games where I can comfortably, confidently say that like the majority of the player base is way below average at their own game. And what I mean by that is if I brought a new person in and showed them just like the ropes or like general gameplay tips and just kind of common sense for other games, they could more than likely be better than the average Warframe player who's been playing for 10 years is at this game. And you can't say the same thing about like a competitive shooter like fucking Call of Duty or Apex or Overwatch or even Marvel Rivals is already starting to notice the skill climb where like people are slowly getting better at the game and strategy is kind of getting more refined.
Mm-hmm.
Like CS, Valorant, all the fucking competitive shooter games, the more they play those games, the harder it is to get into those games because the community gradually gets better. The Warframe community has only gradually gotten worse over the years. There's more information, more misinformation. There's less high quality information, less like clear studies and like scientific like actual reasoning being done, and people aren't being careful about what they say or what they post. People are just speculating wildly. And so now we have issues where like we're putting melee arcanes in the game after melee dominated the game for fucking 4 years straight, and then we finally got it in a somewhat healthy state, and then now we've brought melee arcanes back, and then now we're giving that to exalted weapons to the point where like every exalted weapon under the sun in the hands of a person who knows how to do anything with it is hitting damage cap. I've seen fucking 5 different videos on Ash hitting damage cap with his 4th ability, clearing out an entire room with blast procs. I
Yeah.
mean, like, what the fuck are we doing now? So it doesn't matter, you know, what people are using, and you're like, oh, it doesn't matter. I don't get why it's a big deal. Well, it's a big deal because as we continue to raise the skill floor and lower the skill ceiling, we get to a point where the game starts becoming unfun for the average player because everybody is a walking nuke.
Damn, Nev, where was your comment on my melee influence problem video?
And the content because
Where was that comment? I needed that. I needed you there, man.
It goes
Dude,
deeper,
fucking
it
reach
goes
out to me,
deeper.
dog. Reach
It
out to me,
goes-
bro.
it
I'm
goes
available,
Did you
dog.
did you watch it?
I did not, bro. I did not. I don't watch
Check
Warframe
your
content creators.
That's fair.
The only
That's
content I
fair.
literally watch
Base.
is fucking Nova Umbrals, dog. I don't even watch Gamble anymore.
It
Sorry,
goes
Gamble.
deeper
No, it's
because
fine. I
if
don't make a
you
lot of
use thing
content
and
anymore.
everyone
I mostly
becomes a
stream.
literal nuke, the developers can't make content that's meaningful anymore. So they
No.
resort to bullshit tactics like damage attenuation.
Like damage atten- like
slowly
ADR,
raising
yeah.
your entire
One of
damage and-
one of my favorite things that melee influence completely undid was line of sight nerfs, right? That
Mhm.
Dante was like such a problem with.
Yeah.
And then they introduced melee influence, and I'm killing
Yeah.
shit around 5 corners.
Yeah.
Like I don't even see them, and it's just like, oh, it's spreading because electric procs.
I feel like a
It's
lot of
just
the
so
game
dumb.
requires knowledge I myself am not willing to learn if that's what you mean. I do trust build guides a lot. See, that's kind of a problem in my opinion because part of the game is learning how to build and part of the game is learning to like find a synergy or like a setup. It doesn't even need to be that you need to be like a gigabrain mathematician fucking nerd calculating quantization and fucking re-envisioning the way dot mathematics work and like no, bro, like you can just find a cool synergy and a cool interaction and make
This build
something
right
out of it.
here, it's very
But like
simple synergy with
it's
Harrow.
a simple. You've got a weapon with a high crit damage but no crit chance. Haro gives you crit chance. Boom, that's a synergy. Like you don't need to be a gigabrain in order to find a cool setup, but it matters less and less because why would I ever use this if Kalervo teleport with fucking melee influence on any melee weapon will
Mhm.
fucking do the exact same thing. Nova Umbral right now, the gameplay you're seeing, his fucking sporadic schizophrenic gameplay where he's just goofing off, you can get better results from Kalervo Subsume and any fucking melee weapon with influence. And so it's like, why do anything interesting or fun or cool? The whole point of the game is to find a cool setup or a cool synergy like that, and they're just fucking irrelevant. Damage attenuation is only a problem because the longer fights mean you get more chances of getting one shot. Getting rid of one shots and giving them more endurance, and maybe people will start enjoying fights. Okay. Damage attenuation is like a 50-50 with me because I think the execution is terrible, but Darku argued with me back and forth about how it has potential to be good because other games can do it okay. And I thought about other games where I enjoy boss fights, and I realized that I don't mind if a boss can't be one-shot. I do like when a game will let me one-shot a boss by being bullshit overpowered strong, like Binding of Isaac. Like, I love getting a stupid god run going and just being able to insta-kill fucking Satan at the final floor. I find that enjoyable. But I also don't mind if a boss fight is just really hard and I have to sit there and chunk away at it slowly bit by bit. So it can be done correctly. The issue for Warframe is that it just doesn't fit the gameplay. You know what I mean?
Well, those cool
Yeah.
synergies still work. They still work, but they're being pushed backwards. They're still being power cut day by day.
That's the issue is that like the cool synergies still work, but like why would I ever use that if it's way more effective to Kalervo TP with fucking
Yeah,
melee
there's no relevance.
influence? There's no relevance, there's no reason to use that
And
cool
it's being
synergy.
directly countered by, again, the bullshit meta, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this may look like fast, but it's like nothing. Like, what's my kill count? It's
You
fine.
feel like it's a dev issue and we lack direction.
5,000 kills in 40 minutes. So
That's about average for a high
it's about
KPM.
average.
But yeah.
Influence would have gotten me 10k.
Yeah, probably. I don't think that the devs necessarily lack direction. I think what they lack is a sack of fucking nuts to tell, the player base, like, hey, we're not gonna do bullshit, stupid catering to your garbage anymore. because they didn't even confirm, they hinted at a nerf for slam builds, which melee slam rot right now is infesting the community. It's all over Cascade. Every fucking build has some form of slam rot. I mean, like, it is insanely obnoxious and disruptive to the general gameplay loop. If you go into Cascade, 4 out of 4 players are going to be fucking using Magistar or some other fucking slam rot weapon with fucking whatever bullshit.
Is it really
He's
that
using
bad?
Moderate Gamers.
I've heard
Gamers
about it.
Paradise. It's just going to be filled with slam meta. And so Pablo hinted at a nerf casually on Blue Sky, which is like a shitty Twitter clone. And the community panicked on Reddit, and they had to quickly do a little PSA on one of their dev streams, like, "Oh, don't worry, guys, it's not getting nerfed. Don't worry, don't freak out, guys. It's okay. It's not getting nerfed. We promise. We swear. Please don't leave our game. Please. Oh, please don't leave our game. It's not getting nerfed. I promise." Like, dude, it's a fucking completely justified position to say, hey, slams are very overrepresented and they're overpopular. They could do with a nerf. And like the hint of backlash, they immediately panic and walked it back. And it's like the devs just don't have a pair of nuts to tell the players, like, dog, y'all are fucking ruining your own fun. You don't even know it. Y'all are pissing each other off with slam rot. And fucking every build is a slam build.
Remember, people hated Maiming Strike. Look at where we are now. Same shit, bro.
Literally, dog. Like, all those years ago, you had the audacity to fucking destroy the Kuva Brahma when I personally didn't even find it that disruptive. Maybe I was just not aware of how annoying it was, but I didn't find the Kuva Brahma all that
like
disruptive.
OP shit though. There's always been OP shit even throughout the past meta games. We've always had OP shit. You can have OP shit.
What's the meta pick, Gamble? What's the meta pick?
I have no fucking idea.
It's when it's just overwhelmingly disruptive and then, brain dead. Hold W to win. If it becomes hold W to win, then
Kuva Brahma and Czar still dead. I mean, you're not a knower for the fucking crewmate spam with Kuva Czar, my friend. Kuva Czar crewmate fucking lives on hard.
No,
What
Mango
the
just
fuck,
sent me that.
Gamble?
Mango just sent me that. That's how much I
he
has. 754,822 Aya. That's how much Aya Mango has. Fucking asshole.
What the fuck does Mango do?
Nothing but survivals, and he never buys Aya.
Did they fix the Czar AI? They fixed that like fucking 5 hotfixes ago. I don't mind overpowered stuff, but I want it to be a payoff for something that I set up properly, not because I heavy slam in a group. That's the thing. There's like no effort to getting something overpowered nowadays. Back in the day, overpowered stuff was like, oh, you used like some bullshit like exploit synergy, like you fucking put like 5 different things together you weren't supposed to, and this mod was double, triple dipping on this fucking bonus or whatever. And nowadays it's like, you want something to be overpowered? Fucking Acuity, Zada's Whisper. Boom.
Yep.
Literally, I had a setup with the Arcus Cisco, and I couldn't think of what to do, and so I just slapped on Acuity, Zada's Whisper, and I was hitting like 500 million damage like it was nothing. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, there's a difference in effort and in skill, and in like quality of overpowered stuff. Like, if something's overpowered but it takes like a stupid endgame setup with like 10 Archon shards worth of fucking investment, like, sure, run it, go ahead. I think that's cool. But if it's just slam rot, like, come on.
Is it really that bad in Cascade? Like the slam spam?
Yes. You do a Cascade right now and tell me if you find anybody slamming.
I have over 300,000 plasmas. I've done so many lobbies. Same shit.
No, not you. Gamble. Just Gamble. Go into a Cascade on public right now and just see if you can't fucking run a...
Well, at least one slammer.
Yeah.
At least one.
Guarantee it, bro.
It's been a while since I've done a Cascade run, not gonna lie. So I just didn't know.
Bugfish asks Nova, what's your opinion on Temple? I don't really have one because I haven't gotten to play him yet.
Temple is an amazing Warframe baller. Complete baller.
They're an amazing Warframe, sir.
I said Temple. I said Temple is an amazing Warframe.
I said as in like them. I abbreviated them into not him. But I mean.
No, but for real, I like Temple a lot. They're great, like genuinely.
Do you think Hotshot's gonna make that big of a difference on him? I just can't. I mean, I know it's 300 CC. Don't get me wrong, but like,
a Hotshot.
I just can't see it be the new Energize.
It does, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So you can just kind of ooga booga. DE's focused on getting more and more players, not keeping interest in the game for the old ones.
Somewhat true.
I feel like
No, no,
I think the
DE wants
Warframe
to.
survey disproves that. The Warframe survey
Yeah.
is pretty good insight of what they're kind of looking at. If you haven't filled it out, you have a week left to do it. I highly recommend you submit the survey.
Where is the survey at?
I can put it as a link. Are links allowed in your channel?
You can send it to
Yeah.
me. I've got mod privs. I can drop it. Donald trying to attempt Steel Path Disruption Kappa with the Tenet Diplos. The highest you've gone up is round 33. Do you think Tenet Diplos is a level cap
Yes.
disruption weapon
Yeah,
or not? Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
I've done
Anything and
tech with
everything
that.
can work at level cap. It's about your setup and it's about your execution on your setup. Did DE replace spin to win meta with slam meta? Pretty much.
Heck yeah, over the course of several years, it came full circle.
Yeah, right. DE only cares about casual players who come in, spend some money, play a bit, leave for a few weeks, and then return to spend some money whenever a new update
It used
drops.
to be the case, but
No.
nowadays, think about the casual players because the casual players love the game.
Give it
and
to
they're
you, Nev.
consistent.
Thank you,
They're
I see it.
consistent.
Chatters,
Like,
let me know if this link
The
pops up for
casual
you.
players are very consistent, and so they want those players. They want the players that will still come back to the game but are still casual. So
If you guys don't see the link in the chat, make sure that you're clicking on live chat and not top messages.
Yeah, the survey is really good. If you're, if you care about the game and what they're working on, it doesn't hurt to fill this out because it tells them and gives them a kind of a broad idea of like what the average player does and what they look forward to in Warframe for updates and things like that. So no harm in filling that out.
Which boss fight do I enjoy the most? That's a hard one, actually. I can't really. Oh. Because I would say for nostalgia purposes, I had Eidolons, because I feel like Eidolons were kind of the OG. How much do you enjoy these bosses? Oh, okay, let's you rank them individually.
I hate to self plug, but Casey and I kind of did a little recording of us together talking about that. That'll be out tomorrow on Casey's channel. Check that out. Not trying to draw it away from you, Nova,
Don't.
but don't look at it.
I'm just gonna
Nah,
do
don't.
self-promotion.
I think it was good so far. I got about 20 minutes into it.
I put Orworm. I thought Orworm was honestly the most impressive boss they've ever made. There's so much going on. You've got you got to pick up the glaive thing, throw it at him, move up the body, rotate the rings, crash it into a tower, take it to a portal, shoot it, ring around the rosy with a horse, get an arc gun, blow that shit up. I mean, there's so much going on. We haven't gotten a fight like that in a long time. I think that is their most impressive boss fight.
Really? I'm still a big hater of the Auraworm boss fight personally, but maybe it's just because the gameplay doesn't hit for me. I play the Auraworm boss fight and it feels like waiting for the health bar to disappear if I get unlucky with the
With the weapon,
with
sure.
with the weapons decrees, and other times it's like, oh, it instantly died. Okay, time to run it again because I need to farm 500 fucking
more.
Pathos clamps.
Yeah. You get
For
15, you
me,
need 20.
yeah, I think for me the big kneecap was I do not like and do not enjoy the Deviri content as a whole because it's a really shitty take on a roguelike and it's done really poorly. It's like the gameplay just doesn't feel very good and it doesn't make sense at all as a roguelike at all.
You used to have a cave system. They got rid of that too.
Yeah.
Before release too. W.
They got rid of the what system?
So the Duviri Auraworm is supposed to travel around the entire thing, and during each Duviri run, you'd have to like hide from the Auraworm and then build your decrees up, which is how you'd like do that. You go through the caves, which is why the caves are so deep and intricate. So you go through each cave to hide from the Auraworm, and then when you're stacked up, you go outside and fight it. They got rid of that.
If you could
Wait,
add
that
one of
sounds
these to
dope. What
Omnia
the
Void
hell?
Fishers, which would you choose? Mirror Defense Deimos, Mirror Defense Mars, Void Armageddon Zeraman, Disruption Deimos, and Disruption Lua. I'd do fucking Lua Disruption, dog, but that's because I was gonna say that's such a fucking easy one, dog. The rest of those are so slow and miserable to grind.
Garbage, yeah.
I did no
Disruption
disruption
Lua.
too.
I was like, give me mirror defense on Tiana Pass so I can farm stream arcanes again.
I guess, but like, dude, they're so fucking slow compared to Disruption Lua because you get so many fucking what are the relics? The Axie relics from Lua Disruption.
That's a
That's
fair
like
point.
that's Groffit,
Hey,
dude.
Francis, is it just me or is the I tried Warframe for the first time video sponsored? They're all sponsored. Almost all of them. Almost.
Yeah, if you see a big, massive creator that you've never seen play Warframe, all of a sudden talk about how much they love Warframe.
Yeah. Oh,
They
I
were
love this
paid
game.
to
It's
say
so
that.
cool. This game's so awesome and so interesting. Ooh.
They got a big bag of money.
All right, Nev, I got a question for you since you've been talking as much as you have.
Hit it.
What do you think would be an appropriate amount of content for Warframe to put out each year, considering they make about 130 million a year on this game?
Honestly, I think that if they stuck to revisiting the content that they already should maintain, that being things like night waves and thing like monthly or weekly events that we already have, like dog days and fucking plague star and shit like that. If they stick to just kind of occasionally bringing those back and doing really light little tweaks to them or light little touch ups, maybe recycle an old game mode or an old event and bring those back, you can stick to 1 or 2 big content drops a year, like Tech Rot, like 1999. I think those are fine, but I don't think it should be. We should get like 3 or 4 of those a year. I think that's way too much shit. I think that something that is healthy and reasonable is like 1, maybe 2 if it lines up. Like we got Tech Rot, Encore early this year, so like I feel like we shouldn't see anything big until like towards the end of the year. And I would
the problem though. Techron Encore was split. It was supposed to come out originally with the entire.
Yeah, but look at how fucking big it is though. Like of course that's not going to
know,
come out all at once. It was fucking gigantic. It makes perfect sense that it was split into 2
It's
updates.
so fucking annoying though.
Be fucking for real right now. If we got all that shit in one go with all the bugs that we got with Tekrod Encore, do you think you would be happy that you fucking got it in an unplayable state? It would have been fucking Empyrean all over again. Don't start this shit with me, dog. Don't start this shit with me.
So I thought that
Yeah.
shit, man.
Yeah, I did too. I thugged that shit out like a real one, and guess what? That shit was miserable for the community. They hated that shit.
Yeah, well, I'm different, bro. I'm different.
Yeah, I bet you are different, dog. You're the same type of dude who fucking complain. By the way, we got a defense mission with Tekrod Encore. I don't see you sucking dick after begging for a defense mission for fucking how long on stream?
I didn't beg for a defense mission.
Yes, you did. Yes, you fucking did. We were on stream like we were on stream and we're like,
Like I
when's
said-
the last time we got a defense mission? We're literally fucking. I'm gonna kill you, bro. I hate you.
I
dog.
don't like that we got
Don't
only
you-
a defense mission.
Don't you fucking rage bait me, dog. Don't you fucking rage bait me. You always ask for shit and then you forget, bro.
I don't remember this.
I'm gonna kill you.
This
dude.
is the Warframe drama everybody was asking for, by the way.
Yeah.
Neff versus Nova, bro.
We could have gotten a Tuval in like 1999.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Excavation with the tech rod, bro.
Give me Heracon. No.
Give me Heracon, bro. Give me Heracon.
With a massive tile set that takes 2 business days to get across.
Bro, I like the new game mode. I like the new defense.
Give me a Tau defense with sentience, bro.
I like the new.
Are you kidding me? When there's a
defense.
fucking laser light show going off every 2 seconds, you just die? No thanks.
Yeah, I fuck with that shit. Learn to dodge. Learn to dodge. That's the new boss fight. I love.
Learn to
Learn to
roll.
dodge. Learn to dodge. Learn to roll. Skill issue.
Yeah.
Skill issue.
I don't know, man. Another conjunction defense, bro.
Learn to roll and guard, idiot.
No, I genuinely fucking love I love the defense. I love that we got a defense game mode. We haven't had a defense mission drop in fucking ages, aside from mirror defense. That's a mobile defense reskin. That's not a defense mission, one where you can just skip waves by killing shit very fast. I like that it's similar to Lua defense and that you fucking fall through the floor. I like that shit. And it's got a twist. It's got a twist. That's nice. That's all you need for a new game mode.
Yes, bro.
They fixed that shit right away. They fixed that shit. You fucking went out of your way and you bitched and moaned on stream. When's the last time we got a defense mission? We get one. This fucking guy forgets to fucking say thank you, bro.
I didn't play it, bro. I didn't play it.
Yeah, this fucking guy, dude.
I'm not gonna play it, 'cause I bought
What do you think would take for them to put a gap in where we actually get more regular updates, though they would be cheaper. Do you think, like, I was always a pretty big fan until Helldivers had all the drama, but I like the fact that they had a game master, because, like, we have stuff that's similar to that, right? Like the invasions,
Seasonal
like-
star chart. Seasonal star chart. Wait, what? What?
I think I don't think they'd go for a seasonal
Anybody hear
star
that?
chart. What?
I mean,
Seasonal star chart.
honestly, my request for DE is just literally just maintain and upkeep the shit that you already built. Like, why is it that it takes a year for us to get a Nightwave? Do you remember when Nightwave first dropped and they wanted to give us a cinematic little thing
Yeah.
like every 6 months? And it was
Not 6 months. Not 6 months.
it wasn't even supposed to be it wasn't even supposed to be every 6 months. It's supposed to be
Every
it was supposed
30
every
30 days.
30. And then they decided immediately, okay, we'll do every 2 months because it was a lot and people wanted a bit more time, which was
So,
fine.
The timeline was 30 days for the Wolf to Saturn 6. That happened. 1 week
Yep.
for the intermission. That happened. Then it was the season 2, the
Yep.
Glassmaker. That happened. After Glassmaker ended, it was the intermission for 8.5 months or something like that.
It was 8.5 months. And it was like, hey, what the fuck? And then they dropped. Did they even drop a new one after that? What did they drop for that?
After it was the Emissary.
It was the Emissary, right? And then Emissary lasted for was it 2 months? And then after that, it was a year of intermission.
And then they just stopped. No, it just became intermissions.
Yeah. So like, why don't you go back to doing night waves, like cool, interesting night waves that actually meant something? Emissary wasn't Emissary before Glassmaker?
It was Emissary and then Glassmaker.
It was Emissary then Glassmaker? Yeah, I was gonna say. Glassmaker was peak. Glassmaker was peak. So I mean, like,
Detective puzzle's good.
Meaningful dark sectors, clan content, community-based events. Like, that's the thing. Like, you don't, like, instead of pumping out like 3 major updates every year, which take a ton of resources, a ton of dev time, and like it really fucks them because they just keep stuffing power creep and fucking all these issues into the game, and they cause all these problems for themselves, and they just get they develop themselves into a corner. Like, instead of doing that, why don't you just build on the content you already have, give it a fresh coat of paint, and do like one really solid update towards the end of the year with a bunch of events? And just like, again, like, you can just do what you've been doing with newer game modes, which is take a game mode, recycle it, give it a twist. That's fine. It works great. It works perfectly fine. I genuinely find that to be super enjoyable, and I think it doesn't require that many resources because you can just build off of what you've already made and you've got a good foundation. So like, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. If you want to give yourself a nice healthy timeline, work on the things that players like just keep them busy with fun stuff. Like, it doesn't need to be crazy. It just needs to be like,
The sad reality, though, is that the structure right now makes them enough money as is, and they're tight with development because they're going back and forth with Soulframe still.
yeah, Soulframe is a
And
giant
now they're
parasite on
working
DE.
Warframe Android. And
My
so
skin money.
it's not enough people.
I will die on the hill that Scarlet Spear was peak content in my favorite era of the game. As fucked as Scarlet Spear was, I played the shit out of the game the most during Scarlet Spear. I played.
It was bullshit buggy.
It was fucking miserable buggy.
They still didn't get my payout correctly. They were trying to fix the payouts for each relay.
Yeah.
And I still have the inbox message. They still didn't give me the correct payout. They just gave me like a fucking random bullshit number of payout.
Did I ever tell you that I soloed an entire fucking relay during Scarlet Spear?
I did too, bro. No one was there, so I had to go.
No one was there, so I did all the ground missions and all of the railjack missions myself. And some motherfucker came in at the end and was like, "Holy shit, dog, where's everybody else?" And I'm like, "It's just me." And he's like, "What the fuck?" I felt like a Giga Chad that day. That was fucking awesome.
The relay you were doing,
it resets your fucking progress. Yeah, so nobody would join you. Yeah, nobody would join you unless the relay was like either about to be done or unless, you know, there's a meaningful amount to contribute or whatever. So I fucking soloed that shit.
Good event, and honestly, like the Earth Palace set was just like good. It was just perfect for its fun.
Yeah, honestly.
And then they fuck it up with the fucking Railjack Palace, and they absolutely fuck up the sports. Shit fucking pisses me off because it's unfucking playable. Even with the fucking Wukong Max Necromech, you can't fucking beat that shit. The timer is gonna go off no matter what. I tried to finish that shit, and you'll never get past 20.
Fucking skill issue, dog. You didn't run contagion, clearly.
Oh, I sure fucking did.
Wee,
My fucking monkey ass Wukong, I sure fucking did. I went, ooh wee.
woo.
All right, Gamble, that's a wrap, bro. 60 minutes of modcast.
Oh, we made it.
Good shit, bro. Good shit, bro. Good shit. Good modcast, bro.
Good Modcast.
Modcast GG. But yeah,
Modcast.
that's what I would do
Anycast.
for just a healthier development schedule. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just take what you already have going. Slap a new coat of paint on it. Give it a new bell or a new whistle, and fucking really work on polishing one big update, and that's fine.
It's just, it feels like every single thing that we've recommended in terms of like, oh, they could fix it if they did this, they could do XYZ if they did this.
Mm-hmm.
It all ultimately ends up being like the nearest bandage that would put it into a workable state, but none of it actually feels like it's a proper, like, permanent solution, you know? It's like, oh, I'd take this, and this is the shortest way to get there. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, you have to be realistic with what you can and can't do with what resources. I mean, let's keep it $1.50. The game just has a limited amount of you just have a limited amount of not only budget and time, but just a limited amount of interest in the player base. Like at some point, the players are going to get real fucking tired of waiting for something, and they're gonna get real tired of you spending all of your time and all of your resources on that shit.
but
At some point they just want something in the game. So you kind of have to walk that fine line of bullshitting it. You do just have to bullshit it at some point.
I get that, but it's just, and here's my one problem with it. DE at Warframe's peak and at Destiny's peak, Warframe has always made, when D2 was having like the time of its life, right? When they were at peak, Warframe made a third of what Destiny was making. It's not a tenth, it's not a 20th, it was a third. Were we getting updates as fast as D2? Were we getting raids? Were we getting expansions as third of as good as what Destiny was? We never got raids like Vanguard runs and that whole system. Gambit, we didn't get any of that shit. Like, that's some of the better content that Destiny has, the more evergreen, if you will. We should have a third of that, money-wise. You know what I mean? Like questing?
Yeah, like core activities.
Yeah.
Well,
core activities come so slow.
I'll hit you with a bit of cold water here.
Yeah.
Which is that the Warframe dev philosophy and Warframe pay philosophy is very different from D2 because the developers are treated very differently. The amount of work they do is very different. The type of work they do is very different. Warframe devs are actively, constantly developing and integrating and updating their game engine with every single iteration of the game. No iteration of the game can just go backwards at any point in time on almost any change, because all of it is iterating on their game engine and on their fucking lighting, and you know how much they love to talk about their lighting and sound engineering.
I
and
wish they
shit.
would stop messing with the lighting.
You
and
wish they'd
fog.
fucking stop how much they mess with it all the time. But it's just one of those things that they put so much fucking work into it, and in exchange they put a lot of developer resources, a lot of money into it. The devs at DE are paid very well, but they're paid very well because they work like fucking dogs.
No, I get that.
It's not really equivocal, and you can't just be like, oh, we made a third of what they made, so we should get a third of what they get. It's like, no, D2 has a much bigger studio and much more, wiggle room, and they also don't have to actively develop their fucking engine as much as
No, so in Destiny's case with the engine, it's a lot different. Their engine's the Halo Reach engine, and it's severely outdated with management. Because when it comes to editing stuff in Destiny 2, it takes them a day to do a map change or a map edit and shit. It's a very bad engine, and they still update it to this day constantly. but development is very slow.
Yeah.
D2's content is extremely slow, and they're continuously changing people. So the Warframe, their team is as is for like a decade. Destiny, every season, Yuga comes in.
It's
Yuga comes in.
contractors. That's
Yeah.
contractors is what
Not
does
even.
that.
Sometimes it's just team leads, like directors come in
Yeah.
and they leave 6 months later.
Content island criticism has existed for a decade. They'll never stop doing it. They don't consider the alternative of making the content islands their own content homeland. Okay, this is a thing that I have said several times, and it's that I am tired of standing and vendors and new resources for new standing with new vendors. I am so tired of everything having a daily fucking standing cap. If I see another daily standing cap, I swear to God I'm gonna crash out. We have, since Plains of Eidolon dropped, every single piece of new content has been daily standing capped. Every single one. I don't remember the last time we got a clan blueprint. Does anybody know? When was the last time we got a clan blueprint? Wasn't it fucking Gas City rework? Am I crazy?
For what, a Warframe?
Just anything. Warframe, weapon, anything. Dagoth? I guess Dagoth counts. Yeah, Dagoth.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
there you
the
go.
Goth is the last one. Then they made the Ignis Wraith for everybody, and before that, we got there's obviously been adding rooms, right, and like designer shit
Yeah,
or decorator stuff.
like creative stuff.
And then right before that, we got skyboxes.
Skybox was like fucking 2 years ago, wasn't it? 3 years
Yeah,
ago?
no, I'm just saying as
100x
I
air
remember.
support, yeah, wasn't 100x air
Oh, there you go,
support and
there you go.
fucking
Yeah,
skyboxes being like fucking literal years ago? 100x air support was when fucking wasn't that like right after Railjack?
yeah,
Didn't they
something like
do
that.
that like right around that time?
Yep.
No, it was relatively recent because people were begging for it because we only had the 10 times, I think.
100x was
Like
recent? I
ages.
thought it was like right after
Yeah.
Railjack. Man, dude, anything in the past is all one fucking blur for me. I don't remember anymore. 100x air support and Lotus Eaters? No, we got them way before Lotus Eaters.
Update 37.0 2024 on 10th of 2nd. The 10x air support charges blueprint. Oh, no, 2024 36.1. Added a 100x air support blueprint to the 1011 year clan dojo. This was on August 21st.
Of 2024.
Right, because I'm thinking energy restores. Energy restores have been 100x forever, or not forever, but they've had them for a long ass time. But air support was recent. Yeah. Okay. You're right. But I mean, either way, my point still stands. I'm tired of daily standing caps. I'm tired of everything being a standing cap with a vendor, so I can only make progress for 30 minutes at a time, if it's even a full 30 minutes. Some grinds are less than 30 minutes. I can do almost all of my daily standing caps as an MR30 player who refuses to rank up to LR3 because fuck LR ranks. I can do all of my daily standing caps in like 10 to
LR5,
15
sir.
minutes. Yeah, R5 is a thing now, dude. Fucking Lamau.
It is. Hey, it helped with all the Coda weapons, though.
I guess. Daily standing caps exist to stop players from beating the update in 2 to 3 days. Okay, then make an update that lasts longer than 2 to 3 days, Lazy Shadow.
Yeah.
I mean, straight up, like that sounds really mean and that sounds
On
really harsh. But like, make an update that lasts longer than 2 to 3 days if that's the problem.
Unironically, the Lich updates have always been like, because you can get a weapon again and again, new weapons, elemental valves, all that bullshit. That will last
That's
you more than a
true.
week.
That's
I
actually true
remember
that
when
we
the
got the
sister
Lich. The
updates-
Lich
the
stuff
sis-
is a good example of something
When
that
the
we got that
sister
isn't
update came
standing.
out, that was massive. So many weapons came out, and you could just grind for
Yeah.
shit. It was super chill.
Yeah,
Faster
I guess.
than the Liches.
Yeah, Coda
That's a
is
good example.
Coda is perfectly fine. The only issue is that it's locked behind rank 4 and you're No, it's rank 5, isn't it,
No,
for standing?
no.
No?
You can still.
What do you need? What do you need rank 5 for? Is it just the vendor to purchase from the like the weapons and shit?
No, it's from Eleanor. I'm rank 2. I can buy it whenever.
No. The vendor for the other stuff. There's something is locked behind rank 4, rank 5. Is it Archimedia? ETA is locked behind rank 5. Okay, that's fine then. Yeah. The Coda being fucking available right away is really good. That's the sort of shit I want to see more of. I'm so tired of vendors and daily standings. Yeah, Kim chats and ETA. Yeah, thank you. ETA unlocked in rank 4, but you can only play it in rank 5? What?
My god, a second Verglass Riven. There's no
Holy shit!
What?
Nice.
god, this is my second one live, dude. There's no way.
Fucking free
There's no
1.5
way.
thousand plat dog. How much is a Verglass trash going for right now? Let's see.
Oh, what?
Why are they so much?
Verglass is the
Dude,
prime
it's
doesn't
so-
have a nerf disposition. Straight up, the prime doesn't have a nerf dispo. So if I go to
That's tag. That's tag.
I'm just gonna search any Verglass Riven right now.
So you're
Shit
saying I
price
should
is
stop giving them away?
shit price is 300 right now for a Verglass. That's like the
bullshit.
shittiest shit price too. That's like a real garbage one is 300. Oh, these are all offline. Hold on, let's see who's online. 600, 650. These are all shit prices. If I grab Crit Chance, which is kind of like the main thing for the Verglass, 700, 800, 900 jumps right up to 1,000 right away. 1,000 just to have.
Verglass Riven.
Yeah, 1,000 platinum just to have fucking Crit Chance MS. Like Crit Chance MS and a fucking negative, and you're looking at 1,000 plat on a Verglass Riven. Not far from ideal grades. 600 for bad rolls, yeah. Crit chance, crit damage, multi-shot, CCM Riven with a negative. I think another thing DE needs to really not be scared of is dealing with balance issues.
Oh my god, there it is.
I think. Oh wow, yeah, crit chance, crit damage, nice.
The multi-shot
Two
thing.
Verglass. Oh, dude.
No MS,
I'll
bad
get
roll.
MS on the second one. I'll get MS on the second one.
Motherfucker will have the stats on 2 different Rivens. Don't worry, guys, I'll put them together.
I'll put them together. I'll merge. Riven fusion still.
You rolled damage MSCC but got no negative. How much do you think it cost? Probably like fucking 750, 800-ish. MSCC is very important, but I mean... What's our opinion on boss reworks?
First chance multi-shot fire rate. GG, bro. G fucking G, bro.
Oh, dude. That's literally the stats. No negative, but I mean, shit, dude. That's the stats. Good job.
All right, bro.
Let's roll the other one then for the better stat.
This fucking guy.
Dude, flex on the fucking haters. Fuck nightmare frame.
Crazy. I think boss reworks are good. I think it's nice that they're giving Vor a touch up. I think that's good. That's good quality stuff. Do I think that it's like game changing or revolutionary? No, but I think it's very healthy for the game. It's good for new players to make the game more interesting and more fun. What kind of drama? We talked about it earlier. Just go back in the VOD or something. I don't know. I feel like I was saying something. Oh, DE shouldn't be scared of balance changes. DE should really be okay with nerfing things like slam damage. Was there actual drama? It's just the KMF drama, Wilson. You were here for it.
Alright, Gamble, you got some closing words in the modcast here while I roll my ribbon?
Life's a risk, take a gamble.
Take a gamble. Life's
And if you're going to be an asshole, do it in private.
do it in private. That's some good words, man.
Shut the
I'm glad
fuck up, Nova. That
I'm glad we
sucked.
can do this modcast, bro. It's official. I'll say in the clip. There you go, man. Take the VOD, bro.
We'll just do the live stream. There you go. Okay, so Verglass Ribbons are where it's at. Hold on, I got
Alright,
one of
guys.
those.
I'm heading out. It's
Peace.
almost 6:30, bro.
So what's a crit chance, crit damage punch through a ribbon on a Verglass worth? Nothing?
I mean, you're looking at probably 1k just for crit chance, crit damage. Depends on if you have a negative, and it depends on
Minus
grades.
Corpus.
That's okay. Minus Corpus isn't the most popular. Minus Infested is better, but it's whatever. I mean, it's not bad.
Hold on, I think we got a
peaked
couple.
170 viewers, bro.
175, yeah.
Fuck. Alright, well, that's my stream, bro. GG.
Is anybody else still live?
I can log off. Give me a second.
No.
And gamble and.
Hurry up and end so I can say as many cool slurs as I want.
All right.